We have begun Quills of Kin number 4. And before we get going, I just wanted to say a little thank you for our audience being both patient and compassionate with us last month, because Quills of Kin 4 was actually scheduled for a month ago, but we had just a few days before the date for our little confab, we had a unexpected death in the family. So we just, neither one of us were in the right headspace or heart space to be here. But it's a month later. Time has gone by. And so here we are, for Quills of Kin, a month late, but number 4. And we're glad you're here. And for those of you that have been following us, you may be especially pleased to know that I will do very little talking on this particular episode, because Taylor Hunter, who is the other presenter here and much better looking than I am, she will be talking a lot today about something very close to her heart, something she's very skilled at and very passionate about. And so how about if I go ahead and start the slide deck?
Okay.
So we have that to look at. And I just need to find the right one. Here we go.
Okay.
Just waiting for the software to catch up. Here we go.
Aha. Voila.
There we go. So Quills of Kin 4. If you've been with us for a while, you know that's the same slide start. It's the number 1 slide we start with every time. And after that, it may get different. So what we haven't done before is where Taylor and I are actually sharing the slide deck. So this is an experiment. You get to be the first guinea pigs to behold our success or lack thereof at saying, okay, Taylor, can you take it away, and see whether she can.
Yeah.
Here we go. Fingers crossed, everyone.
Yeah. Would you like me to go ahead and try now?
Yeah. And hopefully you can see the arrows, the little orange thing with arrows.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking around my camera.
Because maybe you don't have that functionality.
I don't see any arrows. I still have the option to share slides, but
maybe, well, we'll figure it out next time, people. No worries. I still have control. See? There we go. That was alarming. Okay.
Apologies.
That's fine. So welcome again. Topics for today. Well, you can read it, but I can say it too while you're reading. We have an intro. We're in the middle of that right now. And then we're going to go to social engagement, very specifically YouTube. New things on our horizons, collectively, individually. I'm not sure what we're going to say there. The bits and blobs, whether we have any, I don't know. And then Q&A, and that's where the ball kind of flies into your court. For those that are able to be live attending here. And then I think there are some other ways for those of you that might be watching this later on a certain platform, which you see mentioned on this slide. There may be a way for you to engage us later via a question you want us to answer at some point.
Indeed.
So there we go. So here's Taylor.
That is me. Yes, that is me. That way. Yes, several years ago.
Yeah.
Older picture, but I still got the braid.
Yeah, you do. You still have the braid. It's almost the same length. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay then. Her hair was much shorter not all that long ago. Well, I guess it was long enough ago. But
it's been a while.
Yeah. And then that would be me.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon King.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us are Idaho top authors, top 10
Mm-hmm.
authors. And out of the, 18 inhabitants in the state of Idaho, we're able to be in the top 10 of those 18. It's a little more than 18, but still, I'm just, And then both of us have won um, in the top 5 a couple of times in the North American Book Awards. So
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of cool to have those awards. It doesn't mean that they sell books or anything. It's just sort of nice to know that other people have who are editors and know things have read our books and actually said this is solid. So
Yeah.
we we're happy about those.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you are very new to us, you don't know, maybe you figured it out by now. There's some facial similarity.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we are in fact related. And yes, Taylor is the beloved progeny. And absolutely, yes, I am the strange father. And
Yeah.
near Taylor is my son in law, and you might hear him yelling down the hallway, yeah, uh, the strange father. So, anyway, hi, Shane. Uh, okay. And now I'm going to let Taylor take it away. I'm going to see if I can make my head a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Um, so it's,
There we go.
how's that? That's better?
That's yeah, that's great. And
Cool.
that should work for the entire slide deck. Pretty much everything I have is like kind of center frame, I guess.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Well, if needed, I can, I think, shrink my head down to the size of a dime.
Okay. I'll keep you posted, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh gosh. Okay, so I guess this is me taking it away.
it
Uh,
is.
in past episodes, we've focused a lot on what it takes, like from an author's end of things, what it means to market your book, and whether are you marketing the book or are you marketing the author, persona, and the kinds of stuff that you like to write about and the things that you like to talk about. And the answer is it's very much a mix of both of those things. Um, and a lot of what we talked about in previous episodes, it had to do with some of the ads that we make for that, particularly an aspect called click testing, which is basically troubleshooting which ads get the best reception, and that was primarily on Facebook. Which, whether or not you like it, that is a very big platform for a lot of people to be on, and therefore it's a good opportunity for authors to use it as a platform to get noticed, to have their ads running. Um, YouTube is, another platform. There's many social media platforms out there, but I've been focused on YouTube because I follow a number of YouTubers, and I've just kind of paid attention to how they format their videos, and um, it's very easy to get engagement on YouTube as well as any other platform. In some ways, I think YouTube you can actually engage easier with people,
Hmm.
because pretty much every platform has like a comments section. If you
Mhm.
make a post, people can make comments, but I feel like there's something inherent to YouTube um, that can increase that engagement. And it might be because it is a video platform primarily, and the fact that it's also like the second biggest search engine, which you don't really think about it, but it
Mhm.
is a search engine much more than a social media platform. And weirdly enough, that actually I think increases the social aspect or the capability of it.
That's interesting, and I never really had thought about it. But I would imagine there might be more engagement because they can actually see you and hear you. So
Mm-hmm.
you could do like a FaceTime or whatever, those kind of other video, the other platforms that allow you to do some sort of video
Mm-hmm.
on them. But I believe all of them created that addition to their platform because of YouTube. being so wildly successful as a channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's interesting. Cool.
Yeah. So, do you want to move it forward? I
Sure.
think the next slide is just kind of another blank. Yeah. So, social
Mhm.
engagement. You want
Social
to move?
engagement. Okay,
Yes.
everybody memorize this because no, I'm kidding. There we go. Social
Okay.
engagement.
Yes, thank you. And like some of this stuff, you'll see it applies to all the platforms just because this is part of what it means to be an author and to try to connect with your audience or your potential audience.
Mhm.
Um, in the case of us, since our intended reading audience, as it were, is kind of in the preteen to teenager range, another audience group that we want to talk to is actually the parents of those readers
Right.
because
Mhm.
unfortunately we live in a world where young adult can mean many things when it comes to what is in the content of the books
Yeah,
and um, so it's very important to us that we can also talk to the parents of the potential readers and make it very clear these are our goals, here's what you'll find, here's what you will never find in our
ever.
stories.
Never ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that, and then um, so there's the audience, and then there's uh, just the stuff that we want to talk about on all these platforms because again, it helps the audience, who whichever group that is, it helps them get to know us as people better because not too far into the past, you'd find a book at a bookstore and there'd be like a little bio section on the
Hmm.
back or on the inside, and like that's good, like that's fine, and
Hmm.
those are still there, but you don't really get to know the author as a person.
Right.
And that's why we talk about the author's journey, because there's the general steps you take to become an author, and then there's like the actual personal experience of getting there or of going there, I think I've learned that you are always going. There is not really an end point to anything. And that's why we can also have updates. We can share stuff that doesn't have to do with actually being an author. It's just kind of like, talking about your side hobby. Like I like to knit, so I could, maybe just share a picture of like, hey, I'm almost done with this scarf or whatever. And
Hmm.
then you can also talk about uh, just thoughts you have as an author, whether it's about your own story, other people's stories, just sharing memes where it's like, here's a snapshot of what it's like inside my brain, and just get to connect with some humor, which we
Hmm.
definitely need more of these days.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Shall I go to the next slide?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Welcome.
This is just a brief example, a snapshot of kind of how we are both socially engaging. Because, as you might imagine, we use multiple platforms, not every single one available because we would never have time to sleep. Um, but
No.
we are on Facebook. We're on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it these days. I currently have an Instagram. We will get Brandon an Instagram. We're both on Pinterest, and we are both on YouTube, which you can see is both italicized and bold because that is the focus of today in particular. But
Yep.
yeah, whether you're watching this live or recorded, feel free to screenshot that or something and go find us on the other platforms because we're still figuring out how to balance being engaged on all of those, but we are trying. Um, so
Cool.
there we go. Yeah. That's all of our stuffs. Mm.
Then there
And
it is.
today, YouTube. We are talking about
YouTube.
YouTube specifically today.
There have been several hints.
Yes.
Here we
Only a
are.
few.
The
Just a
main event.
couple.
The
Yes.
main event. Here we are.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I've been kind of learning, even mostly through observation, of just how YouTube can be useful to authors like us. As I mentioned before, it's an incredible search engine, second only to Google, and like as of a few years ago. Now that Google is infested with AI, it's kind of hard to say whether that's going to be better or worse, because unfortunately YouTube is also infested with AI. AI is everywhere. It's Skynet. It's waking up. It's fine. It's all fine.
It's all fun.
It's all fine.
Yeah.
But assuming that the world isn't going to explode, it's still an incredible search engine, which means that there's potential for people who wouldn't find us otherwise, who would never go into a bookstore, would never go on, Amazon or something looking for a book. They might still be able to find us through YouTube.
Yeah.
There's the visual engagement of YouTube, which again is very different from other platforms because YouTube is specifically built around videos. And statistically speaking, I didn't have time to go and look up the statistics again, but it's been scientifically documented that video, because it's both moving pictures and audio, people are much more likely to stop and pay attention, and they're going to remember what they see in those videos better than if it's just a static image. And then also the built-in audience interaction, because every single video has a comment section. There's some instances where you can either turn off comments or the comments are automatically not available, but kind of the default is there's comments on every single video. That helps with the algorithm. That helps with engagement with the maker of the videos. You can also, as a creator, you can make posts just like a social media platform. You can get the comment engagement there. You can do surveys of multiple kinds, which again kind of invites people to engage, even if it's just a simple question of, hey, which one do you like more, Star Wars or Star Trek? And then wait for everything to blow up. But that's kind of the point. You get people talking, you get people engaging. And then in YouTube, there's also this thing called the community tab, which I've seen on other people's channels. I don't think I have the bandwidth right now to try turning that on. But the premise is that if you, I think, kind of have a number of subscribers by that point, and you want to have basically a community space where people can share their projects or share their thoughts, have it be more of like an open forum on your channel, you can do that as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So these are all the good things. But if you go to the next slide, please. Here's the one. Here's the major problem. The big uh-oh. It's another learning curve. It's another workflow. It's a whole set of workflows that you now have to learn to have YouTube be useful to you as an author, which is why.
Yeah. We're always looking for something to do. We're very bored people that don't have a full life already.
No, not at all. Which is why I've been eating bonbons and for the past 5 weeks been doing nothing but exploring how YouTube works. And I have a show and tell to present. I did a lot of screenshots that I hope prove useful, because I thought it might be interesting for people to see what it looks like on the inside of YouTube, behind the curtain, as it were.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is the side. If you go to my YouTube channel now, this is basically what the front of it looks like from your side. So you can see the tabs, home, videos, shorts, yada yada. Welcome to my channel. The kind of the bar where it shows new videos as they are posted. So that's what it looks like to just someone that comes and visits. The inside looks very different. Awesome. Thank you. So, like I said, this is behind the curtain. And I only screenshotted 2 of these tabs. This one is the channel at analytics, which it tells me basically how many people are visiting, how long are they staying, how, what are they watching. Yeah, I made a note. I took this screenshot on Wednesday, pretty late in the evening. Mostly just like it, 50 views, 25% more than the previous 28 days. Yay! This is progress, I guess. It's like this is basically nothing compared to, a channel that would be considered even, moderately successful, but it's still progress to me, so I'm deciding to be positive about it.
Sure.
Yeah, and then if you go to the next tab, I think it'll be the content. Uh,
I just moved my
oh,
head
yes, you
so
did.
I wasn't blocking on my side.
Gotcha. Well, thank you. Yeah,
You're
here we
welcome.
go. So and the tabs on the side, these are the only two I did screenshots for, because
Okay.
otherwise we'd be here all day. But the channel content, this is how the videos look on my side of things, because I have to upload them. I have to basically format everything for for searchability, for describing what it is, so that people know what they're getting into. We are not fans of clickbait, so we want it to be accurate. And it also
We're not. We're not. I thought
no,
we loved clickbait. I thought we
no,
were like the
we're
two
not
people on earth that love clickbait.
clickbait.
We're not? Am I
No.
the only one? Okay, sorry. I just had to get that out of my system.
Well, thank you for getting it out of your system. But then this section of it also shows me. It helps me see what day was it published. So you can see the bottom three; they're all listed as public, which means you
Yeah,
can watch them now. The top three, one of those published 2 days ago. The other one actually should have published just a few minutes ago.
right,
But as of the time that I took the screenshot, they were just scheduled, which means I can see them, I can make edits, but no one else can see it yet.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm,
So, yeah.
that's
So
cool.
thank you. Yeah. So if you go to there we go. So this slide, there's there are so many details to putting a video together that I'm just doing a brief overview of it, because again, if we really dug into it, it would take quite a while. But I just thought this would be interesting to show you. So the video details. This is an example of one of the videos that is on my channel.
Mhm.
Um, and some of the stuff you have to focus on is not just the title. You have to focus on kind of what is the theme, and that's what partly goes into the description. And then you also have to be thinking of keywords that can help it show up when people
Mm,
search it. You can
mhm,
also have tags. So, like in this case, because this video is an excerpt from our first Quills of Kin episode, one of the tags I put was author podcast, because there are other author podcasts out there. Um, and that means if anyone searches that particular tag, this video should show up.
mm.
Um, I also did the tag Quills of Kin, which that is most definitely exclusively our tag, but I
Yes,
figure if people are trying to find us specifically, if they search that, it should bring up all of the videos that I have that tag on. And then the last one I put was Clanker, because that is now the socially understood way to refer to AI and bots and the other kinds of technological junk that nobody wants around. So I figure there's a chance that people looking up Clanker or Clankers might also come across this video, which is very valid considering that's kind of the subject matter of this video.
cool.
And then so that's the first bracket, the small one. The big
Mhm.
one underneath it is basically the um, it's kind of the not generic, but like the repeat stuff that I want to have in there. So the top bit, I'm specifying, this is a clip. This is not the full episode. I have a link so that people can go and watch the full episode very easily. It'll just take them straight there. And
Nice.
then underneath that, I've got a link for the podcast as a whole, because that's something you can do on YouTube. It acts different from a normal playlist. It actually
Mm,
categorizes it as a podcast. Again, increases
mm.
searchability for people looking for podcasts. And then so they can either go watch the full episode, they can go find the entire podcast, see how many episodes there are to watch, and then I have our tags so that they can follow your channel, they can follow my channel. And then underneath the follows are the join our tribes, so it's links
Right,
to our respective websites. And then the last link, because there isn't enough here yet, is a link to the sign up page if they want to attend one of these webinars live, like we are currently doing right now, since there
yeah,
is a delay between the live event and us posting the video. And I figure that that's another way that if people find these clips, find these recordings, then maybe they'll be interested and want to actually attend in person and ask some questions and stuff. So
Yeah.
this is the first chunk of video details. I have another slide after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Wow.
this is literally just scrolling down on the same page.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, there's a whole lot of other stuff that comes below this section, but it's more nitty gritty, far less interesting. This is kind of the most important stuff at the top here. So
Yeah.
you've got the thumbnail, which it's kind of cool because YouTube gives you the option of, you know, good, bad, or indifferent. Something that has existed a long time on YouTube is uh, basically the AI thumbnail generator, which it's
Mm.
just I say AI loosely because this was before AI was really a thing. It was there back a couple years ago when I was doing videos before AI existed. Basically, it'll as the video is uploading, it'll kind of scan your content and it'll offer 3 screenshots from your video of just like,
Right.
hey, this might be a good thumbnail. They're often like maybe one is good. They're generally all kind of bad because it's just randomly grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
So you can also upload your own thumbnail. So in this case, I made a thumbnail, I think in PowerPoint, which is just, from episode 1, Quills of Kin,
Uh-huh.
and then I uploaded that. So that is what people see. And then playlists, I made a playlist specifically where it's just the little short clips from Quills of Kin.
Right.
So, you've got the podcast where it's the full episodes, you've got the clips where it's the short, excerpts from it. And then the lowest section, the audience, this is something I wanted to make a point of focusing on. And if you haven't noticed it yet, you will when you hop over to the next slide.
Right
This
there. Yeah.
Yes. This is, again, like I mentioned before, we want to talk to parents of younger readers as well. And this is one of those things where it is not what you think it is, because the way that YouTube designates like kids content is basically is this subject matter specifically for children. It's not a question of could kids enjoy this? Is this something that they might like? It's the question of are you specifically making content like for toddlers, for grade school kids?
Right.
If that's not the intended audience, and as backwards as it isn't. Our intended audience is not kids. It's essentially, we're thinking more in the context of the parents of kids and older teenagers, then we actually have to mark our videos as not for kids. Which again feels very backwards, but we have to follow how YouTube works, and that's helps with the recommendations.
Right.
Yeah, so as weird as
Yeah.
it is, that's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So the bit I was just showing you is basically all the details that go into every single video that is uploaded. This is what I alluded to, which is the process of clipping an existing video. So the one
Right.
that's up here is episode 2, Author's Dilemma. And when you think about it, podcasts like this one, it's almost an hour long. Not everybody is willing to invest that much time into people they've never heard of before and have no idea, if they're interesting to listen to. We think we are, but maybe not everybody else does.
I'm deeply wounded that not everybody would think I'm fascinating. It's like, wow. Oh, oh, wounded. But I'll get over it. It's okay, people. It's okay.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. This in particular, the clipping of stuff, this was new to me because I have uploaded videos to YouTube in years prior. Took a break for a while, but this was a new feature. If it existed back then, it was certainly not on my radar. So the cool thing about this is it allows you within the YouTube ecosphere to go into a long video and take out an excerpt. Like the original video stays exactly as it is, but it lets you go in and make like a mini video out of a particular section of it, which
Hmm.
again increases searchability, makes it a little bit more topic specific. And when it's between like, 3 and 8 minutes or whatever, there might be a better chance of someone watching it because it's
Right.
short. It's not a huge investment of their time.
And
Um,
then you've also created more content. I mean, it's
yes.
content from content,
Hmm.
but it's just another kind of another piece. And like you're saying, it's a smaller piece. So it might be just more attractive and digestible for somebody that doesn't have a lot of time to
Yeah.
invest.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
hmm,
Yeah.
it's
So,
fascinating.
yeah, yeah, I think so. So this is just a brief kind of walkthrough of what it looks like on my end. So I
Hmm.
go to a longer video. I go to the edit, and that gives you the little stack of options on the left side of the screen there, and the
Hmm.
bottom one is clips. So you select that, and then the middle and right bits on the screen are like
Yeah,
smaller, just because otherwise it'd be so wide you wouldn't be able to read it properly.
sure.
That this shows the existing clips from the full episode, and then on the far right, there's the button to create a video clip, and
Uh-huh.
then so you select that, and then you can go to the next slide, and it shows you the interface of what that looks like.
Cool. As I'm going to the next slide, I just wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to one of our attendees named Janet, who said, "Hang in there, Brandon. It's gonna be okay." So thank you. Thank you for that word of encouragement. I'm gonna be okay. All right.
Oh dear. Okay, yeah, so this is the inside. And again, there's a lot to see here, which is why there are orange boxes with words. I added those just to try to make it a little bit more digestible. So at the
Thank you
top
for that.
there, you can see transcript auto-generated, which that has been a feature in YouTube for a long time. That's why closed captions are so frequently a thing on YouTube. That does not mean they are right. They can be extremely wrong, which is why it is wise if you're uploading to review it. Which I'm being hypocritical here because I have not reviewed the transcripts of our own videos very thoroughly.
Sure.
But there are very easy ways that you can go in and either upload your own transcript, so it's got all of
Hmm.
the if you're talking about characters and you already know like Karnarks is going to be completely butchered by the YouTube captioning system, you
Right.
can go in and either fix their auto-generated version or you
Oh,
can upload a full transcript of your own. I
okay.
have not done that myself, but I know that you can do it, so I'll
Hmm.
probably dig into that next.
Okay.
Um, on the right side, you've got the video view window that just shows you what is showing in the video at the particular point that like the little vertical thing is down in the full video timeline. So that gray bar that reaches all the way across, that's the
Mhm.
audio. The picture underneath the gray bar is what you're seeing at the same time that the audio is playing. And also, that vertical bar matches up with the blue highlight in the transcript. The word currently highlighted is requires. That
Wow.
is the word being said at that point in the video. Um, so it's basically this whole system is designed to help you kind of identify talking points in longer videos and just to help you
Mm.
see kind of roughly where does it start, where does it end. Um,
Hmm.
and essentially just to like grab a section that you want to turn into a video, you can literally just right click in the transcript area and it'll give you a little drop down menu. One of the options is basically start here, and then you can right click further down and choose end here, and it'll basically highlight that section of video. And then
Wow.
up in the far right corner, it's grayed out, so it's a little hard to read, but it says create draft. So
Uh-huh.
basically, this is just the area where you highlight the section of video that you want to clip, and then create draft takes you to the same video detail menu as you would with a regular video. Um,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So it's really handy. and I'm just seeing now because apparently I'm blind that you can add an intro and an outro to clips. So I might actually start experimenting with that as well. See if we can get a little bit of our signature kind of stamped on these videos as
Ah,
well.
right.
Yeah.
Taylor will be creating a course. No,
Oh
I'm
gosh.
kidding. She doesn't have time to do that. But
No.
this is fascinating to learn because, as you know, I have a channel and I've done some work in it. But this is just kind of a big brain dump of superpowers in the
Yeah.
platform that I didn't know were there. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Well, I'm glad.
And Janet also made a comment about that. She said, you don't have to learn a new video editing program. You can just do it on YouTube. Nice.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
it is nice.
Extremely useful.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, and I haven't done it yet, but I also intend to go back into the back end of YouTube because,
Okay.
because YouTube as a video service for creators is very cool. I don't agree with all the choices made by YouTube as a company, and unfortunately, they do have a reputation for kind of eradicating channels because the AI decided that something was there that wasn't.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can absolutely edit videos within YouTube. You can also download your videos from inside of YouTube. So, what I'll probably do, just like as a backup, just to make sure I don't have to do a bunch of work over again in the future,
Yeah.
if it's needed for some reason, is I will go and download these clips so that I have a copy of them on my hard drive. Should the need ever arise that I have to upload them, I won't have to do the work again.
Right. That's a good idea. Next slide.
Yeah. Yes, please. Okay. So this is scheduling videos. So this takes us back to the content tab, kind of from
Mm-hmm.
the main dashboard.
Right.
And yeah, this is again what happens with all videos. So, you have to choose the video title and the thumbnail, and part of the process of publishing it is choosing when to publish it because it's very wise to start with the video as private where no one can see it, and then you schedule it because apparently the YouTube algorithms vastly prefer when it doesn't just go live straight away. It also is a good CYA tactic for just giving the YouTube system time to process your video and make sure it follows their community guidelines, terms of service. Make sure there's nothing sketchy in there that should not be in there. So
Sure. Yeah.
giving their system more time to process is
Mhm.
also wise. Um,
Mm.
and also because you can schedule stuff, it means that like my tactic so far has been I think it was several weeks ago now that I spent an hour maybe
Okay.
recording several videos in one go, trying to keep them short. I've ended up spending a lot more time uh, editing one of them in particular, so it's not up just yet. But you know we have full-time jobs. We're actually trying to write books, so it's not like we have this constant amount of time to also make videos. So the premise is set aside an hour or two on one day a month, record multiple videos, and then upload them basically as a batch into YouTube, and then you can schedule them out into the future. So basically, the work
Mhm.
is done in one go. So my tactic has been scheduling them for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, all the days of the week that have the letter T in it. And I'm like, it's helping me remember.
Yeah.
Hopefully, other people will remember. And then also because you're scheduling it consistently, that can also help with the YouTube algorithm when they see, you're serious about posting videos and doing it routinely. That makes it more likely to show it to
Mm.
people as they go live.
This is great. Thanks so much for doing all this.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's cool. Next
Yeah.
slide.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Hmm. Yeah. So this kind of brings me to the summation of things I've learned in the process of doing this. Hence the lights, camera, author, because we would not consider ourselves YouTubers. Certainly not at this point. I don't know that I actually want to be a YouTuber, as it were, unless it's a result of being massively successful as an author. If it starts, becoming a main channel for, getting new readers, like that'd be
Yeah.
super cool. But I want to write stories. I don't want to constantly be recording videos. As cool as video projects are, as much as I do
Right.
like doing them, I
Hmm.
want to be writing. So kind of the process of going through this, making new videos, uploading videos, kind of brought me to this point, which is just the number of decisions required before hitting record. And this
Hmm.
also applies to just us writing posts, writing blogs, all of this stuff. It all
Yeah.
applies, but especially with video because it's a format that is not something we're constantly doing. So it takes a bit more effort than just sitting down and writing stuff.
Hmm.
Um, First thing is who's the intended audience. So like I alluded to earlier, are we talking to current readers? Are we talking to potential readers? Are we talking to the parents of readers? Is it kind of a combination of all of the above? I feel like it's a bit of all of the above when it comes to like our newsletters, but we might also want to have stuff that's more directed.
Hmm.
The what is the topic or purpose? Is it more author centric to the process of being an author, of cover design, interior design, marketing, all of that stuff? Or is it more about stories? Is it about our stories? Is it a book that we like? Is it a movie or a movie series that we like?
Yeah.
The when will you carve out time to record? Because again, we're busy. We have stuff to do, which means we have to be tactical about, making videos, making posts, any of that stuff. Is it in the morning, in the evening? Do we wait until the weekend and hope that stuff doesn't derail in the process? And then the last one, this is the one that really tripped me up, I think. I didn't
Hmm.
expect it to, but it did. And it's how much editing is ideal. Is it a lot of editing or none or something in between? Because a few weeks ago, if you're on my newsletter list, within the past couple of weeks, you should have gotten an email that gave you a link to see a video that I have up on YouTube that is unlisted, which means you can only watch it if you have the link. I recorded that in one take, did no editing whatsoever. I was very energized, so I, got it done in a couple minutes. Feel pretty good about it.
Yep.
That doesn't work every time
No.
because sometimes what you're talking about is a lot more complex. Maybe you want to have other visuals besides just your face on camera, um, which is like why I alluded to earlier. There's a video I've been working on for several weeks now. I did not plan for it to take several weeks, but it's also important to me because it's kind of talking about why I've gotten back into posting videos on my author channel.
Hmm.
And I wanted to like really make it as good as I could, which meant it needed a lot more editing than previous videos. And that's all stuff that you got to think about even before you hit record.
Yeah. Well, like these two, because this is being recorded
Yeah.
into a video. And when we're done with it, I generally am the first editor of Quills of Kin. And so I'm just checking it for, well, one, to make sure that it worked, two, um, to fix any audio problems, because, sometimes because we're on the interwebs, one of us will kind of go into glitch mode because the
Mm.
internet got funky. So I'm,
Yeah.
I'm going through the video for kind of the first pass to do audio checking, make sure the visuals are okay, um, and then eventually output it into a platform where um, how do I want to say this? It's a video hosting service, but it allows me to render the video and render it with code, which I can then put onto my website so that the first people that can see our Quills of Kin are members of one or both of our newsletter tribes.
Mhm.
So, kind of because they're following us in that area, we want to give them first crack at listening to what we talked about. And then the second pass is when you take over and do the YouTube magic.
Mhm.
So the episode that our audience might have been able to listen to or watch a week or two earlier, then the rest of the world can watch a week or two later on
Mhm.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and that's why I just say sleep is for the weak because
Yeah.
yeah, as Taylor has alluded to, yeah, we're both kind of busy people and we have spouses and family responsibilities and day jobs. And anyway, it's a bit of a challenge, but you can tell we're
Mhm.
passionate about this, about the writing, about
Mhm.
getting our stories into the hands, ears, and eyes of the people that we care about and want
Mhm.
them to have access to our stories. So,
Yeah.
so shall I go to the next slide?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I don't remember what else is left after this one.
Okay. And we have a attendee who said, this is Christopher. Can you teach me how to work YouTube magic? So yeah,
It,
maybe.
maybe. I
Yeah.
mean, I hadn't really thought about it, but I suppose a video I could make on YouTube is kind of a very condensed version of this discussion, which
Yeah.
is just here are the basics of getting stuff up. Because
Mhm.
that I think I could do that
I would
pretty
think
well.
you can just use so much of what you already have here.
Yeah.
Just take it from this video and
Hmm.
crib note it,
Yeah.
as it were.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then this is kind of my final note, which is like every other component of authorhood, we're playing the long game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Hmm.
Because I'm only 32. It's all about the mileage, and it. I don't know how to really make that work because Taylor is my progeny, and she's
Uh-huh.
coming up on a birthday that would put her awfully close to my own. So, never mind. We could say it the other way that I'm old enough to not even know what I'm saying most of the time. So I just need help. You already knew that. I know. Okay. So new
Oh,
things on our horizon. I can take over here and talk for a little
okay,
bit.
sure.
Uh, if you're on my newsletter, you know that this past week I didn't get nearly as much done as I had hoped. So little did I get done. It's almost like I didn't get anything done. But um, last summer, I was narrating. I was doing the narration for my own first novel, The Quest for the Temple Key. I was doing the narrating for that, doing the raw narration to then turn that book into an audio book. And this week, I'll actually get more done next week. I will be narrating the second book, which is called All His Wrath. And Taylor, she can talk about her narration, but we're both narrating our own stories, not because we love the sound of our own voice, um, because if you're like a normal human being, you think your voice sounds weird when it's recorded because it sounds different than how it sounds in your own head.
Yeah.
And that's because you have bone in your head and you're hearing. You probably know why it sounds funny, but it sounds funny. Nevertheless, my narration will sound just the way people expect it to sound from me because it's my voice. But we're doing it, one, because we care a lot about our stories. Two, we know the pacing of our story better than someone that we could hire. And
Mhm.
three, we know how to pronounce the names of the characters. Many of mine are quite complicated. Um, they're actually not, they look more complicated than they are. Let's just put it that way. And my stories actually have an appendix in them with a list of the the character names and how to pronounce them. So
Mhm.
anyway, that's one of the things on my horizon. And then also I plan to uh, get working again on an ad campaign, which we started doing. I kind of learned the basic components of doing an ad campaign, author centric ad campaign using Meta in the winter months. So January, February, March. I did a little bit of that in April, and then life got in the way. So April, May, and most of June haven't done any, but I hope to next week put together an ad campaign for Taylor for her first book. And the ad campaign will rest on Meta, particularly Facebook, because they're not the same, but so it's on Facebook, and it will drive traffic to her book page on Amazon. So when we were doing it in a testing mode, we actually, she was selling books, not as many as we'd hoped, because what we hoped for is at least have a break even, and we weren't quite breaking even yet, which was
Mhm.
fine because we were still in testing mode. But what we did notice is her ranking, her author ranking. Most authors, if you just check, if you haven't looked at a book page on Amazon, try it out, and you'll see in the lower left corner uh, a ranking number. You might not know that's what it is,
Mhm.
but it might show a pound sign 97. Well, that would mean they're in the top 100 authors in that category,
Yeah.
which that's a spectacular thing to be.
Yeah.
Many, many authors are in the top 2 million or the top 5 million.
Yeah.
There are almost 10,000 books per day being uploaded to Amazon. Just sit with that for a minute, then pull out a calculator and do the math. 10,000 times 365 days a year. And that's when you're going to go, oh man, how do you stand out? That's the problem.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to Quills of Kin number 2 and 3 for that
Mhm.
matter, because we talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yep.
But Taylor moved from, I don't remember how many thousands you were in. I think you were below 10,000, which that was kind of good.
Mhm.
Uh, but the campaign that we were running, which wasn't even specifically to sell books, it was to get awareness.
Mhm.
Um, she almost made it into the top 100
Yeah.
just just from an ad campaign that wasn't designed to do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm kind of excited about getting back to that. So those are my two things. Over to you.
Okay. Um, well, more YouTube because I'm
Mhm.
finding that there's more stuff to learn, more videos to record. Again, trying to
Mhm.
find the workflow.
The
Uh,
workflow. It's all
yeah.
about the workflow.
Yes, and then also I am working to finish a short story that is for a contest specifically. Anyone who's part of the news, part of my newsletter list, should have seen kind of updates along that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, hopefully by the time we record our next episode, I should have finished and submitted that to the contest. I have no idea how it'll do
Mhm.
because I'm still figuring out where it's going. But those are kind of the two things on
Sure.
my radar right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't know how to join our newsletter list, I believe that you'll find um, kind of a URL to take you to our respective websites
Hmm.
on Taylor's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But you also saw it earlier. It's just Taylor Hunter author
Hmm.
3 words altogether, no space, no dots, nothing, just
Hmm.
taylorhunterauthor.com. Go
Yep.
there, and there's a place on her website to join her list. And then same thing for me, brandonkinauthor.com, and
Yep.
there's a place to join my list there. And
Hmm.
we'd love to have you join both of
Yeah.
our lists. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Hmm.
Um, I don't really have any random stuff. Do you?
Um, no, I don't think so. I mean, I'd have to study for the my big test. That's not author related, but I have to think about
No.
that as well.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Big test.
Hmm.
And you'll hear more about that next time.
Yep.
Um, and thank you, Janet. If you are paying attention to the chat, if you're in the chat, she just typed out the
Mhm.
hyperlink for both of our websites.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
thank you, Janet. Appreciate that. Okay. Well, I think then our next thing would be Q&A. I don't see any questions except the one that I already read from Christopher about teach me how to do the YouTube magic.
Well, let's see. Is there something furry behind you, Taylor? Yes, that is
Yes.
Hunter, our cat. No relation. He already had that name, and I my name has nothing to do with that. But yes, he
Right.
is taking a nap back there.
It's just what, what was his name? Bob, the painting guy, the
Oh,
happy accident.
Bob Ross. Yes.
Bob Ross. It's a Bob Ross moment, people. You just witnessed it.
Hmm.
Hunter the cat is related to Taylor Hunter the author
Yep.
by marriage.
Yes.
For Hunter belongs previously,
Hmm.
before Taylor became part of the family,
Hmm.
to Taylor's husband.
Hmm.
So there you go.
Yep.
So anyway, but for any questions you have, you can shoot them to us through our newsletter. You can post them on Taylor's um, YouTube channel. You can do it on my YouTube channel. You can find us.
Yeah.
You get your questions to us. We'll be happy to take them on.
Hmm.
So our next Quills of Kin, we tend to aim at the last Saturday of each month at 2 p.m. Mountain Time,
Hmm.
which is the time zone that we live in.
Yep.
So it just kind of works well for us. And then if you're in a time zone where it doesn't work at all, then we provide you the recorded video access.
Hmm.
So anyway, thank you, Taylor, for giving us the download on YouTube, all the many things YouTube can do for us, and all the work and attention and care that you've put into doing everything possible to help that channel help us
Hmm.
reach our audience more effectively.
Yeah.
So
You're welcome. You're
anyway,
very
thank you
welcome.
for that.
Hmm.
Anything else you have on your mind that you want to share before we sign off?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us for Quills of Kin 4. Quills of Kin 5, last Saturday of July, the 25th, 2 p.m.
Hmm.
Mountain Time.
Yep.
And we don't know what we're going to talk about, but
Yet.
we will before we're talking about it in a
Yes.
month. So you can rest assured we'll have something. We don't tend to just fly by the seat of our pants.
No.
Not completely,
No.
maybe mostly,
Yeah.
but not completely. So anyway, thanks so much, all.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.